Welcome to the first episode of my summer transfer series. I am your host, and I will be discussing all the goings-on of this transfer world. I will split this video into several sections, and will start by showing all the major signings that have already happened across Europe. I will then show all the current free agents, who are players that have not had their contracts renewed by their clubs and are available for free. I will then go through all the major, each teams in England in their order of the 2016-2017 seasons, the final season standings. Discuss all their potential incomings and outgoings before going to the lower leagues of English football and discussing the major transfers down there. Take a brief trip to Scotland and then align it off with any major European transfers. This video series will come out once a week, so there will be quite a few in the summer transfer window. It's basically to give the viewer a guide through the transfer window. So let us kick things off with the done deals, and they've already happened, as player deals happened going into this window. And let's start with Watford. They've already signed two players in the Premier League. Firstly, defender Georgie Segura, he signs from Colombian side Envigado, and Everton midfielder Tom Cleverley. Cleverley spent the last 6 months on loan at Watford and now signs on a permanent basis. Schalke have been quite busy in the transfer market. They have completed the signing of midfielder Nabil Bentaleb from Spurs for 16 million. Bentaleb spent last season on loan at Schalke and has decided to join permanently. But one player Schalke have sold is Sead Kolasinac, who was left on a free transfer to join Arsenal. 23-year-old Kolasinac's contract expired at the end of the season, and Kolasinac decided not to renew his deal. The former Chelsea and Juventus target then chose to sign for Arsenal ahead of Man City, Everton and AC Milan. Meanwhile in Germany, Borussia Dortmund have completed the signing of midfielder Mahmoud Dahoud from Borussia Mönchengladbach. Juventus have signed Juan Cuadrado from Chelsea on a 3-year deal. Cuadrado spent the last 2 seasons on loan at Juventus and signs for 17.3 million, a fee which Juventus will pay to Chelsea in annual instalments over a period of 3 years. Chelsea have also sold another winger in the form of Christian Atsu, who leaves to sign for Newcastle on a 4-year deal, where he spent last season on loan. They've also sold 19-year-old striker Dominic Solanke, who has joined Liverpool for a tribunal fee which will probably be around 3 million. And they've also sold Asmir Begovic for 10 million to his old side Bournemouth, so plenty of outgoings already at Chelsea. Down in the Championship, a very surprising move that's already happened is Ched Evans has left League 2 side Chesterfield and re-signed for Sheffield United, the club who released him when he was put in jail for an alleged rape. Sheffield United are newly promoted to the Championship, and they've surprisingly made Evans their first signing by re-signing him for £500,000. West Brom have sold midfielder Craig Gardner to Birmingham. Gardner now rejoins Birmingham for his third spell after being loaned out the Championship side for the last 6 months of the season. West Brom have also sold captain Darren Fletcher. He's allowed to leave on a free transfer, and he signs for Stoke on a permanent deal on the end of his current deal at West Brom, which expires in July. The 32-year-old is committed to Stoke on a 2-year contract. Brighton have been promoted to Premier League and have completed their first signing since that promotion in the form of midfielder Pascal Gross from Bundesliga 2 side Ingolstadt for an undisclosed fee. Ingolstadt have sold another player to another Premier League side in the form of winger Elias Kachunga, who's gone to newly promoted Huddersfield for 1.1 million. Kachunga spent last season on loan at Huddersfield. Valencia have made a major signing in the form of Simon Zaza from Juventus. Zaza spent the last 6 months of the season on loan at Valencia and has now joined permanently for 12 million. In Italy, AC Milan have completed a very big deal by signing defender Ricardo Rodriguez from Wolfsburg on a 4-year deal. Now to Manchester City, who have signed winger Bernardo Silva from Monaco. 22-year-old Silva has joined City for 43 million, with the Portuguese star signing a 5-year contract. City have also signed goalkeeper Ederson for 34.7 million for Benfica, making the 23-year-old Brazilian the world's most expensive goalkeeper. But City have sold several players, including allowing right-back Pablo Zabaleta to leave on a free transfer, and as a result he has been snapped up by West Ham on a free deal. Zabaleta signs for the Hammers on a 2-year deal. Man City have also sold striker Enes Unal to Villarreal for a fee of 12 million. They have inserted a buyback clause of 17.5 million into the Turkish striker's Villarreal contract, and they've also loaned out goalkeeper Angus Gunn to Norwich. Norwich have re-signed Gunn, which is the club that City actually signed him from originally. Into Scotland, and Rangers have signed centre-back Bruno Alves from Cagliari for £500,000. The 35-year-old signing a 2-year deal. Rangers have also signed Ryan Jack on a free transfer after being released by Aberdeen, and Jack signs a 3-year deal. Meanwhile, in the Championship, Derby have signed centre-back Curtis Davis from Hull on a 2-year deal. Cardiff have signed a player in the form of Callum Patterson from Hearts. So now we go into the free agent section. At the end of each season, several player contracts run out. Whether the club decides to not offer them a new deal, or the player decides to reject any new deal and move on for free, these players will become free agents. There's been a lot of free agents confirmed so far. There'll be more confirmed in next week's video, the final standings. But as of right now, Man City right back Bakary Sagna, left back Joe Clichy, winger Jesus Navas, and goalkeeper Willy Caballero. All 4 of those have been released and are currently now available for free from Man City. Arsenal have allowed Yaya Sanogo to leave for free, ending a 4-year association with the club. Chelsea have one of the highest profile free agents in allowing legend John Terry to leave for free. Manchester United, though, could probably rival that. They've allowed well-renowned striker Zlatan Ibrahimovic to leave for free. Watford have released goalkeeper Rennie Gilmartin, strikers Matthias Renegi and Ola Adiomo. Leicester have allowed long-serving centre-back Marcin Mazalowski to leave for free. West Ham have allowed 35-year-old right-back Alvaro Arbeloa to leave. Burnley have released midfielder Joey Barton, who's currently serving a ban from footballing due to betting offences, and winger Michael Kitely. Southampton have released right-back Cuco Martinez, centre-back Martin Caceres, and winger Lloyd Isgrove. Crystal Palace have released striker Fraser Campbell. Everton have released striker Aruna Kone. Stoke have released goalkeepers Shay Given and Daniel Bachmann, as well as youth players Liam Edwards, Joel Taylor, and George Waring. Brighton have been forced to let goalkeeper David Stockdale become a free agent after the 31-year-old declined a new contract, while fellow newly promoted side Newcastle are set to lose right-back Vernon Anita for free. In Scotland, Rangers have let 38-year-old centre-back Clint Hill leave for free, but overseas is potentially the biggest player to be released, as Real Madrid centre-back Pepe will not be signing a new deal. The 34-year-old is in a hunt for a new club after Real Madrid decided to not renew his deal. Now we've discussed all the done deals and players leaving for free, it's time to go through each Premier League team in their standings for last season. So we'll start with Chelsea and go all the way down to Huddersfield, as I'm putting them at 20th. So let's start with Chelsea. Chelsea looking to improve their title-winning side, and a striker seems to be a priority, with Real Madrid's Alvaro Morata and Torino's Andrea Belotti on their radar. Although a move to Morata seems more likely due to Belotti's extremely high release clause of £87.3 million. Chelsea also have an interest in Inter Milan winger Ivan Perisic, and one of many clubs tracking Southampton centre-back Virgil van Dijk, who is set to leave this summer. Another target of Chelsea is Monaco left-back Benjamin Mendy, but again, they will have faced competition. They also need a new goalkeeper to replace the outgoing Asmir Begovic, who left for Bournemouth, and they need a new goalie to fulfil the number 2 role behind Thibaut Courtois, and are eyeing up Fulham goalkeeper Marcus Bettinelli. But Chelsea will be selling several players. Possible departures include 19-year-old striker Tammy Abraham. He was on loan at Bristol City last season and impressed, and is on the verge of completing a loan move to Newcastle. Another player who may leave is their star Eden Hazard. Antonio Conte has confessed he doesn't know whether Hazard will play next season, and Hazard himself has hinted that if Real Madrid come calling, he would leave. Meanwhile, midfielder Mario Paslic is asked to leave Chelsea to sign for AC Milan, the club he spent last season on loan at. Borussia Mönchengladbach want to sign Chelsea centre-back Andreas Christensen. Christensen spent the last 2 seasons on loan at the Bundesliga side. Striker Michy Batshuayi has admitted he could be on the move only a year after his £33 million move to Chelsea, with West Ham hopeful of signing the Belgian. And another striker they could lose is Diego Costa, who's admitted he is looking for a new club after being told by manager Antonio Conte he's too unreliable, and his agent Jorge Mendes has met with AC Milan over a potential deal to bring the Spaniard to Italy. Huddersfield have also expressed an interest in bringing Chelsea midfielder Izzy Brown back to the Terriers, where he spent the last 6 months of the season on loan. Tottenham will not be very busy this window, although 2 potential departures are £30 million flop winger Moussa Sissoko and another summer signing in Dutch striker Vincent Janssen, both of whom have implied they will be looking to move away from the club. Right back Kyle Walker could also leave, with Man City hoping to sign an England international. Kyle Walker will not be the only incoming at Man City. They'll be hoping to sign another wing-back in the form of Southampton's Ryan Bertrand. Ryan Bertrand looks set to join Man City after agreeing a contract of £110,000 a week. City just need to convince Southampton to sell their left-back. They also have Monaco midfielder Fabinho on their radar, and Fabinho allegedly favours a move to Man City other than any other club. City do need to decide the futures of several other players. At the forefront of that is Joe Hart. The England goalkeeper spent last season on loan at Torino and will now almost certainly be sold permanently this summer. Hart himself wants to return to Torino, however Torino at the moment will not be able to afford the goalkeeper. Winger Patrick Roberts, who spent the last 18 months on loan at Celtic, and defender Eloquim Mangala, who was on loan at Valencia, also have two big question marks over their City futures, although Roberts also wants to return to Celtic. Another winger is Nolito. He wants to leave after an awful first season and has confessed that he would leave to any club. Celta Vigo, Sevilla and Atletico Madrid, all in his homeland Spain, are interested, but Sevilla are the standout favourites and have asked to sign Nolito on loan. The problem here is City do want to only sell him on a permanent deal for $12 million. Another player looking to leave Man City is striker Kelechi Iheanacho. The Nigerian striker is not in Pep Guardiola's plans, and City would accept a bid of $20 million for the 20-year-old. West Ham have made an undisclosed offer, and may bring Iheanacho to link up with Pablo Zabaleta. Another player City may lose is they are looking to loan out youngster Bertrand Selina, who impressed on loan last season. Both Bolton and Ipswich are in talks over taking the Kosovian on loan. Huddersfield are also set to contact Manchester City over the availability of midfielder Aaron Moy, who starred while on loan at Huddersfield last season. Liverpool made the top four last season and they're looking to improve their squad and are hoping to sign Fulham's teenage left-back Ryan Sessegnon. The left-back is a priority position for Liverpool and 17-year-old Sessegnon could fill that role, but they are also interested in signing Monaco's left-back Benjamin Mendy. Liverpool are attempting to sign a big money winger as well. The club are in talks with several wingers, one of which being Roma's Mohamed Salah. They've already had a £28 million bid rejected. Roma want £35 million. Liverpool have agreed a contract with Salah, but they are worried Roma will not budge on their valuation, so are looking at other targets. One such target is Sporting Lisbon winger Gelson Martins. Liverpool have already entered the talks with Sporting over a transfer. He has a £46.5 million release clause, but Sporting are more than happy to sell him for less than $40 million. Another winger Liverpool are also keeping tabs on is Lazio's Keita Balde, although he's not the only Lazio player Liverpool are interested in, as they've had a £17 million bid for Lazio centre-back Stefan de Vrij rejected. Several players could also depart Liverpool, with newly promoted Huddersfield hoping to sign goalkeeper Danny Ward, who spent last season on loan at the club. Liverpool have also told duo Kevin Stewart and Mamadou Sakho that they will be sold. Stewart's been a bit part player for 2 seasons, but has plenty of options, with 6 clubs in total in the forms of Stoke, Brighton, Burnley, Aston Villa, Derby and Norwich, all interested in signing the midfielder. Sakho has fallen out with boss Jurgen Klopp and spent the last 6 months on loan at Crystal Palace. During this time he impressed. Palace do want to sign Sakho permanently, but Liverpool have slapped a frightening £30 million price tag on the French centre-back, which may scare Palace and several other teams off. Liverpool may also lose young winger Harry Wilson, with Burton Albion keen to sign the Welsh 19-year-old. Arsenal desperately need to improve their squad after losing their Champions League place for the first time in over 20 years, and have agreed to pay the £7.8 million release clause for Kaz striker Henry Onyekuru. Onyekuru was the top goal scorer in Belgium last season, and talks have progressed well, but they face fierce competition from several teams in the league. They also have an interest in Monaco midfielder Fabinho, but Man City are leading the way for his signature. Arsene Wenger recently signed a 2-year contract and has revealed he is a long-term admirer of Leicester winger Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez has told the club he wants to leave, so maybe there'll be a swoop for him. Several players could be leaving Arsenal though, including the duo of Granit Xhaka and Lucas Perez, both only signed for Arsenal last summer. Xhaka could return to Bayern Munich, he could return to Germany to play for Bayern Munich, who are interested in the Swiss midfielder, while Lucas Perez is extremely unhappy at his lack of game time and is desperate for a return to Spain. Arsenal also look likely to sell goalkeeper Wojciech Szczesny and have already agreed a fee of $14 million with Juventus. He looks set to sign for Juventus on a 4-year deal and will earn £665,000 a week. However, if Juventus' deal for Szczesny should fall through, Roma, the club he spent the last 2 seasons on loan at, are very happy to sign him permanently. Another striker at Arsenal that may need be leaving is Olivier Giroud, who's admitted he needs to discuss his long-term future at the club and will not play a bit-part role this season. Manchester United have gained Champions League football and they will be looking to spend big to improve their squad. They were set to fight it out with Chelsea for several players, one of which being Torino striker Andrea Belotti. And they'll also fight out with Chelsea and Liverpool for Monaco's left-back Benjamin Mendy. And they'll fight out with City and Arsenal for Monaco's player Fabinho. United are going to be doing a fair bit of fighting this window, but they have the money to back it. They've also been offered a chance to sign Real Madrid midfielder James Rodriguez for a cut price fee of 50 million. Real Madrid want to offload the Colombian. However, United will also face competition for this deal in the form of AC Milan. United have also expressed an interest in Roma's midfielder Radja Nainggolan. Staying in Italy, United have also begun discussions with Inter Milan over winger Ivan Perisic, another player they will have to battle it out with Chelsea. United have made an offer of 30.5 million, but Inter want between 48 and 52 million for Croatian, who himself is keen on a move. One big priority for Manchester United this summer is a centre-back, and they've drawn a 4-man shortlist up, including Southampton's Virgil van Dijk, who would cost 50 million, and Michael Keane, who's their ex-player. He would cost 25 million. They also have expressed an interest in Real Madrid's Rafael Varane, and are also watching Real Madrid striker Alvaro Morata. They could potentially be signing 3 players from Real Madrid this summer. Several players will be departing United, it seems, including captain Wayne Rooney, who has decided he will leave. Well, it seems he's decided he will leave for first-team football. He has offers from England, China and America. And 18-year-old centre-back Regan Poole looks likely to be loaned out for first-team football. Everton are looking to make some signings and are hoping to sign Ajax's midfielder Davy Klaassen. Ronald Koeman keen to sign the 24-year-old for the upcoming season. Everton also have an interest in Henry Onyekuru, although West Ham appear to be leading that race. Everton are hoping to sign Sandro Ramirez from Malaga and are confident of persuading the ex-Barcelona striker to come to Merseyside. Everton may lose some big names this summer though, with both striker Romelu Lukaku and midfielder Ross Barkley rejecting new contract offers. Lukaku says he's almost signed for his new club, although the Belgian stopped short of revealing who that club would be, but he did hint they played both Premier League and Champions League football. Barkley looks certain to leave and may be allowed to leave for a cut price fee with only 1 year left in his contract. Meanwhile, 34-year-old Everton captain Phil Jagielka admits he has no idea where he'll be playing for next season, and Gerard Deulofeu looks set to leave, with both AC Milan and Barcelona interested in signing him. Barcelona do have a 12 million buyback clause in the winger. On to Southampton, who've got a few targets, one of which being Leeds defender Pontus Jansson, and are hopeful of signing him due to Leeds only being in the Championship next season, and are one of many clubs interested in Kaz Yupan's Henry Onyekuru. Southampton may end up selling some of their best players, with Virgil van Dijk a 50 million target for both Manchester United and Chelsea, while left-back Ryan Bertrand looks set to be leaving for Man City. Irish striker Shane Long could also be told to leave the club after falling down the pecking order. Bournemouth look like they'll be signing Jermaine Defoe very soon, with Defoe himself saying there will be an announcement over his future. He has a relegation release clause in his contract, meaning he will be able to sign for Bournemouth for free, and Bournemouth look like they've won the race for him. West Brom are another club watching Henry Onyekuru, although previously stated it's Arsenal and West Ham who are the 2 clubs very much vying for his signature. Though Onyekuru is not their only striking option, as West Brom are looking to sign Montpellier's Stephen Mooney, although Montpellier's 30 million valuation would need to be checked. And they've also made an interest known in Mainz forward John Cordoba. West Brom are also looking to add to their centre-back role, with 18-year-old Ferland Mendy, who plays for Le Havre, on their radar, and Sunderland's Lamina Kone. Lamina Kone is asked to leave the club, and Sunderland have said that any bids below 18 million should secure his services. West Ham are really keen to sign 1 or 2 strikers. They've made an undisclosed bid for Kelechi Iheanacho, with Man City wanting 20 million for their striker. They also have nipped ahead of Arsenal now in the race to sign Henry Onyekuru, And they've also got targets in Chelsea's Michy Batshuayi, Crystal Palace's Christian Benteke, and Nice's Alassane Play. And they also have made their interest known in Werder Bremen's Max Cruz, and he could leave for just 10.4 million. There could be potentially 2 or 3 striker signings West Ham if they really look to add to their firepower. Leicester are tracking Hull's goalkeeper Eldin Jakupovic, as he only has 1 year left on his deal. Leicester may, however, be forced to sell one-way winger Riyad Mahrez, a former player of the season, once out. Arsenal have made their interest known, as they are long-term admirers, although Leicester will not sell Mahrez for cheap. Stoke have almost completed the signing of centre-back Bruno Martins Indy permanently. They've agreed a fee with Porto for the Dutch defender, who spent last season on loan and was a regular. Stoke are also pursuing John Terry, who is a free agent, and Kevin Stewart from Liverpool. Stoke could be moving on, though. Club record player Ginelli Imbula, Mark Hughes admitting talks have taken over selling the 18 million pound signing only 18 months after he joined for a record fee. Crystal Palace are another team that have a big interest in Hull's goalkeeper Eldin Jakupovic, who looks like he'll be in the Premier League, as several teams want him. Mamadou Sakho's on their radar, although as previously mentioned, Liverpool's 30 million valuation could put them off re-signing Sakho, who spent last 6 months of season on loan. They're also another club interested in the Le Havre centre-back Ferland Mendy. Palace could lose striker Christian Benteke, he is on West Ham's radar. Swansea are another Premier League team chasing John Terry, hoping to beat Stoke and several foreign sides to his signature. And again, they're chasing Henry Onyekuru. Bafétimbi Gomez looks like to be one of Swansea's bigger sales. Marseille hoping to sign him permanently after spending last season on loan at the club. Burnley are another club looking to sign Liverpool's Kevin Stewart. They've made their interest known. They could lose fan favourite centre-back Michael Keane, however. His old side looking to sign him. He's only got a year left on his contract. Burnley want 25 million for him. On to Watford, again, they want Eldin Jakupovic. They will be facing battles though. Newcastle need promoted. They might add to their goalkeeping ranks by signing Pepe Reina. He's one of Rafa Benitez's favourite goalkeepers. He could set to sign for Newcastle again should Napoli allow him to leave. Newcastle are also close to signing striker Tammy Abraham on loan from Chelsea. Winger Florian Thauvin looks to be one of their bigger departures. He was on loan last season at Marseille. And he says he's confident of the deal going through. They're also possibly going to be letting goalkeeper Matt Sells go to Anderlecht, but Anderlecht admit any deal to sign Matt Sells could be complicated. Brighton have already signed one player, and they're interested in making it 2 very soon. They're interested in Fraser Campbell. He's a free agent after his Crystal Palace contract expired. They're also interested in Liverpool's Kevin Stewart and Le Havre's Ferland Mendy. Huddersfield are going to be playing the Premier League next season, and manager David Wagner has admitted he'll be trying to re-sign trio Danny Ward for Liverpool, Man City's Aaron Moy, and Chelsea's Izzy Brown. All of them spent last season on loan at the club. Now into the Championship, and we'll briefly go through several players could be leaving. Hull, Eldin Jakupovic is a name that's come up an awful lot. Crystal Palace, Leicester and Watford, as we said in the Premier League, all are interested, and Sunderland and Aston Villa are a Championship duo who also could be interested. Several Premier League teams are also eyeing up Hull's midfielder Tom Huddlestone after it was revealed he has a £2 million relegation release clause. Middlesbrough are almost certainly going to be losing their star defender Ben Gibson. He wants to leave the club after being relegated to the Championship. Fulham have rejected an undisclosed bid from Ghent for their right-back Dennis Oidoy, but talks continue and Oidoy looks to be leaving to Ghent. Birmingham, actually Championship side, interested in signing Le Havre's Ferland Mendy. They're by far massive outsiders for his signature. Burton Albion have a shopping list they've drawn up, which has Liverpool's Harry Wilson, MK Dons Ben Reeves, and Fulham's Cauley Woodrow. They all want to sign those 3 players. Cardiff have rejected a £3 million bid from Sheffield Wednesday for defender Sean Morrison. Bristol City are one of 3 clubs interested in Fleetwood centre-back Sion Bulger, as well as Millwall and Burton Albion. Brentford goalkeeper Jack Bonham is set to be leaving to one of Swindon, Wickham, Port Vale, Bristol Rovers and Carlisle. All 5 of those clubs are very interested in signing Jack Bonham on loan. In League 1, Nathan Thompson is a free agent after rejecting a new deal at Swindon. Portsmouth, Rotherham, Charlton, Ipswich and QPR all interested in signing the former Swindon captain. Leyton Orient striker Gavin Massey is now a free agent after activating a relegation release clause. He has interest from Portsmouth, Wigan and Bradford. In Scotland, Rangers have been very busy preparing for a new season, and they're in talks with Mexican side CD Guadalajara over signing Mexican midfielder Carlos Pina. He's currently in Glasgow discussing a move. Rangers have had a bid of just under $1 million for Norwich midfielder Graham Dorrans rejected. Dorrans has 2 years left on his Norwich deal. He's very keen on a return to Scotland, though. Rangers will now revise the offer. In Scotland, Hearts have also set to lose midfielder Sam Nicholson. He's in America to talk with Minnesota United. Nicholson, as of today, is out of contract. He will leave for free. Celtic could lose out on wonder kid Moussa Dembele. He's had a very good season at the club, but AC Milan are extremely eager to sign the player, but Chelsea are also lurking. Celtic could be set to sign Aberdeen winger Johnny Hayes. They've discussed a deal for him from Aberdeen. The hold-up is Celtic, who are offering Ryan Christie as part of the deal. Celtic want to pay $1 million with Ryan Christie going the other way. Ryan Christie doesn't want to move permanently, so now it may be a case of Ryan Christie goes on loan for 1 season and $1 million for Johnny Hayes. Very complicated deal, but that will be going through. In Europe, Borussia Dortmund are set to lose star striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He could be on his way to PSG. Aubameyang wants out the club. PSG have made their interest known. Aubameyang's very keen on a move to the French side. In France, we've got Ferland Mendy. He's Birmingham, Brighton, West Brom. There's some other clubs in England that want him, as well as Monaco, Lyon and Marseille in France. He's very much wanted. AC Milan are going to go on a shopping spree this season. They've made a £39 million bid for Torino striker Andrea Belotti, who's obviously a United and a Chelsea target. He has an £87.3 million buyout clause though, but Torino would be happy to let him go for £56.5 million. AC Milan would also like to sign Porto striker Andre Silva and Real Madrid's James Rodriguez and Chelsea's Diego Costa.